Fall Fest. It's Fall Fest. What's this colic? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday evening. How are you all? So I'm Latasha McDowell, your local real estate expert here in Tallahassee, Florida. How are you? Happy Sunday evening. I hope your weekend was productive and relaxing. If you did not do anything, then it still was productive because you relaxed. So let's talk about what announcements. Oh, too much light for my husband. I'm turn the light off.
I think the other one might be better for you.
Oh, okay.
It's not
So,
better.
not really, but it's okay.
Okay.
So, this is what I'm announcing. Hey, oh, thank you for the compliments, babe. So, here's what I'm announcing. Boom. Two things. Thing number one is beginning this week, beginning on Tuesday. I already have a podcast where I talk about real estate and stuff and get more into the nitty gritty of things about real estate that I can't really get to here on TikTok. But beginning on Tuesday, my best friend and I will be starting a new series. It'll just be an audio podcast. The one I have now is a video, but it'll be just audio. And it'll be called Life. Right? Two besties talking about life. Technically, it's called Two Besties. But so we'll be talking about life. I know that was crazy, but about relationships and how we maintain our relationships. You had your first open house today? Sorry, just read what you said, Dudley. Congratulations. How was it? Did you get any leads? Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. So, and also tell us where your open house was and if the house is still available on the market. Maybe we have some family members who are interested in purchasing in your area. You never know. Anywho, so we'll be talking about relationships, how it is to become an entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, and great. And the different steps in which we've taken, the challenges and how to maintain our lives as well as become an entrepreneur, different things that we have gone through, experiences, anything that we can help you get through. Also, hey Catman, how are you? And also, you know, in case you do not know, my bestie is the mother of an autistic son. So figuring out how she juggles those things. We'll also talk about having narcissistic family members and having narcissistic parents and how we navigate through those things. So it'll be a variety of subjects, a whole cornucopia of things that we'll be talking about. And also, you know, giving out different techniques and tidbits that we have used, and if they work for us, if they've had failed, feedback, maybe you can help us keep our lives together. What it's really like when people talk about when you become an entrepreneur, how your relationships change and how you evolve, and how some people whom you may have shared many years with may not be able to evolve with you, what that feels like. And hey Hunty, how you do? And what that feels like, and how sometimes it can be very disheartening and feeling like that maybe that person that you thought would always be there, whether it's a friend or family member or spouse. So we'll talk about all kinds of stuff. And of course, as always, we'll talk about real estate. I mean, we'll talk about everything, what it's like to be a step parent. As you guys know, I'm a step parent of nine. We'll talk about that, the pros and cons, the ups and downs, all that great stuff. We'll talk about everything, right? So, and if there's a topic that you want to talk about, let us know. Now, I will be honest with you and say that we both agreed that we will not discuss top politics. We will not. In our relationship as friends, and we've been friends for over 20 years, we've decided that to respect our friendship, that's one subject that we will not approach. So we'll probably talk about everything else, but we will always stay away from politics, to be honest. So that's announcement one. Announcement two is that on January 8th, I will be in Arizona, and I will be speaking at a women's conference retreat So I will post that information. It's for professional women who are entrepreneurs or want to become entrepreneurs. We will have a retreat that day. I have been invited to speak, and I am elated that someone thought that I knew what I was talking about and would actually invite me. Haha. So those are the two things. Now, Dudley, how does open house go? Yeah, I ran through it because once he said he had an open house, I was curious. How'd the open house go? What kind of free pack? Thank you. I'm excited. So as I get more information on it, I will let you guys know how you can attend. So if you're in Phoenix, Arizona or nearby, come holla at your girl. Okay, and by that time, my second book will be out with the workbook and everything so we can talk. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you're in the area, while I'm there, come holler at your girl, right? I never get to see y'all, so y'all get to see me. So it'd be nice to actually meet and greet and chat and break bread and all that great stuff. So Dudley, how does open house go? Did you have a lot of people show up? Like what? Hey, baby. Yeah, I'm like super excited and super nervous at the same time. It was positive and not crazy busy. Good, good, good. Were you nervous? Were you nervous for your first open house? I know my first open house, I was a wreck. Oh, good, not too many. That's a good thing. But hey, Patty. You was nervous? Yeah, my first open house, I was nervous too. I was nervously excited. I had balloons and snacks and all kind of stuff. Oh, you learned a lot. Good. I had a very good weekend, very restful weekend. I was busy, but I slept late today, so that was an unusual thing I get to do. It was a bonus. Well, I'm glad, Dudley. I really hope that your open house leads to an offer. So where was this open house? What city? What state? I'm gonna come to New York when it's warm, Dudley. I ain't coming when it's cold. I come when it's warm. Yeah, I got to sleep late. That never happens. Hey, Pooh. Hey, Poochie. Hey, Pooh. So obviously now I know Dudley was in New York, but what part of New York? What part of New York? You have inspired you to do better. I will contact you one-on-one. Ooh. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Far Rockaways? Do Rockaway. Okay, I'm sorry. Lean back.
Telling your age.
Huh?
Telling your age.
Oh, I'm telling my age. Everybody know I'm 40. I am 46 and I am proud. You're in the process of using Naca and you feel further get into it, the more ridiculous it is. Well, it's an interesting process to say the least. But the part that really, really aggravated me the most was the inspections, right? But my counselor, well, not my personal counselor, but my last, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Thank you, Dudley. But my counselor really pushed everything along. You 54? Girl, you do not look 54. Sorry, I got a squirrel moment. But you do not look 54, boo. Like, not at all. Mm-mm. I'm convinced that we're like, I keep freezing. Oh. I don't know why. Probably because I'm in the kitchen. I'm not in my normal spot. That's what it is. I'm not in my normal recording area. So probably the service in the kitchen is kind of shady. But as far as the NACA part, when the inspection part, but what my client did was every time she ever had to send any documentation, she always CC'd the counselor on it, and everything that I had to upload, I always copied the counselor on it. But you're talking about when I'm talking about when it got to the hand department. Yeah. If you're going through Naca but the home you want to accept USDA, can you still use the down payment? Well, both of them is zero down payment actually. Both of them is zero down payment programs, Naca and USDA. So they're both zero down payment. But the inspector that we had was extremely, extremely nice, and he understood that he pretty much controlled the process at that point. So he was extremely busy, but I kept stalking him like an angry girlfriend, to be honest, and then we was able to get it done. It's going to be up to your lender if the lender rolls everything into the loan. It's not so much USDA is a type of loan, so you're still going to have closing costs. So it's going to be up to the lender if they roll the closing costs up into your loan. So you can talk to them about that, or you could possibly qualify for closing cost assistance. Can you choose your own inspector? Not with Naca. Every vendor that you use throughout the Naca process has to be Naca trained. So I couldn't use my own inspector. Since I'm in Tallahassee, the inspector had to come from Jacksonville because that was the nearest inspector to us that had been trained. My inspector locally, the one that I did have, or the inspector that I do use all the time, he had let his credentials expire. But now he's in the process of getting that fixed. Another who don't have a large problem. Check with Synovus Bank, Synovus, SYNOVUS. They have a program that's called the AMT. It's either ANT or AMT. The Synovus program, it's like a zero down payment, zero closing costs. It's very similar to the NACA program, but it does require a minimum credit score of 633. Yes, I do know someone in Arizona. She's actually in Phoenix, and her name is Miranda. So if you're in Phoenix, I can connect you with Miranda. Is there down payment assistance with FHA loan? Yes, there is. Do you help her credit? Yes, I do. That's my bank, and the rep was horrible and lazy. Ooh. Yeah, check with Synovus Bank. I don't know. Well, the loan officer that I deal with at Synovus, she's been on my podcast a couple of times. Sherry is like the bee's knees. I'm sorry that you had a bad experience, but the officer that I deal with, she is the bee's knees. I'm sorry. But it's like, the McDonald's at your house, they may have hot fries, but their ice cream machine never worked. And then you go to the other McDonald's a couple of blocks down, their ice cream machine works, but they never have hot fries. I'm sorry.
What about the pancakes?
No, not the pancakes. It's the coffee. I really like McDonald's coffee. I like McDonald's coffee better than Starbucks, but when they jack it up, they jack it up. He better be glad I didn't say his name.
We're not doing that now.
Not you. She's talking about somebody else. She said,
we're not doing that.
She said his name. She was like, I'm not going to say his name, Antonio.
Wow.
Shady.
She's supposed to go high when they go low.
What husband? What's she supposed to do?
She's supposed to go high when they go low.
No, I'm in Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh.
Where did you say look up on for FHA? Are we talking about to learn about the FHA program and the FHA 203K program? Learn about the different programs. That would be at HUD.gov, HUD.gov. Hover over what we do, and they'll drop down. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it. Somebody didn't say his last name. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it. The podcast. Somebody didn't say his last name. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it. The podcast. Well, yes, it will be on Spotify. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it, okay? We know Miss Sophia home. We know it's going to change. Don't do it, Miss Sealy. Don't do it. Tell her husband don't do it. It's my son.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it. You're welcome.
I can't see that.
Because your glasses on. You can tell he old, huh? You can tell my husband old. He can't rob in the cradle.
Girl, please.
I was a young tenderoni.
Whatever.
And I was. And I still is. But yeah, when you go to HUD.gov, it's going to tell you about the FHA loans and the FHA 203K loan. But also, who was I talking to about that? Let me scroll back up. It's me, Nick Lee. I'm sure I said your name wrong. Also check with Bank of America. They have a program as well, whereas, why does my eyes look pink? They have a program as well, whereas they has a zero down payment, zero closing costs. I believe, what's that program? American something. It's American something. But Bank of America has it too. And that program pays you down payment and closing costs. It's American. I did a TikTok on it. And not American Home Healthcare Husband. I did TikTok on it, but it's American something. Oh yeah, you'll put that in the fridge for me?
What?
My chicken. It's American something. Yeah. Don't remember the full name, but it's American something. It's Bank of America. But you may be eligible for that, and that's zero down payment, zero closing costs. Let me remind you guys, I have been talking about this for the last few days. When you're looking up these programs, make sure you read the details of the down payment assistance programs. Some of these programs you can use towards your closing costs. So let's talk briefly about the different things that you can actually use towards your closing costs, okay? You have your 401k. Purchasing a home is a reason to withdraw from your 401k, whether you do a withdrawal or you do a loan. Because you're paying yourself back. It's one of the reasons. You also can get gift money. No, I ain't got no money to give you. Then there's the other option. You can talk to your lender about rolling your closing costs into your loans. Now remember, people. Yes, I help you wherever you are, sweetheart. Remember, people, this one thing. They're working for you, right? So if you use USDA, can you use the 700 closing costs? It depends on what program. So go ahead and read the details of the programs, right? Because there are some, like there's some here in Florida, but it depends on the program. That's why I tell you guys, before you pick a lender, look to see what down payment assistance programs you qualify for. Because what if the lender that you're dealing with does not offer these benefits that you possibly need? And now you're cutting yourself short, right? So do your due diligence. Investigate. Read. Reading is most certainly fundamental. Read. Because some of these down payment assistance programs can be used towards your closing costs. Okay? So make sure you read. And I'm also going to reiterate this about the USDA. Sidebar, hair is always lit. Thank you, boo. This one new. Okay, move on. But thank you, boo. You know I have squirrel moments. But it's also important for you guys to pick the down payment assistance program, see what you qualify for, then click on the tab that says lenders, and make sure the lender that you're picking participates in the program that you're interested in using, okay? Because you can cut yourself short and out of a lot of monies that could possibly help you. Okay, so question, what can be done to, moving kind of fast. Thank you for the love, honey. What can be done to increase the credit score after a mortgage has been closed out in the credit report due to transferring of the mortgage loan? Okay. You can still use the same methods that I had taught you guys before. Well, now you don't have rent. Now you have your mortgage payment, right? So you can still do the alternative credit, adding things like your utilities, your car insurance, your cell phone bills, things of that nature. All right. Now I'm going to have a super squirrel moment that has nothing to do with this. Because I said cell phone. You know what? Never mind. But no, shout out. Shout out to Miss Elizabeth with Verizon today. You did a bang up job. Normally Verizon services really suck and customer service never accomplish anything. But Miss Elizabeth, if you follow my TikTok and my live, use the shit, girl. Okay, sorry. The lender, now, I'm going to tell you, you said, what lender should you suggest for first-time low-income buyers? She was, y'all. She was. I had a charge on my cell phone bill for a call to Jamaica that I did not make for $195. And she took care of that shit. She appreciated me being a loyal customer. She was like, boom, no problem, Miss McDowell. I see this has never occurred again. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, yeah. Because I was going to fire y'all ass. But she saved it. Anyway, so what lenders do I suggest for first-time low-income buyers? CMG. Please don't ask me what CMG stands for because I don't remember. But if you text me, no, I'm not Jamaican. I just like to go to Jamaica a lot. So I don't know how that happened. It was probably, my phone probably dialed when it was in my purse. And she says like for 98 minutes. I don't talk to nobody for 98 damn minutes. Not even my husband. I mean, goddamn. So anyway, CMG. It's CMG Financial. But if you text me tomorrow, I'll shoot you that app where you can apply online. They just, in fact, got one of my clients here from TikTok. She was, hey babes, how are you, Mr. How are you, Mr. Robertson? I like saying your name like on the Matrix. But anyway, he was able to get her approved. I mean, it wasn't a large amount because of her income, but I mean, something was better than nothing. At least she'll be able to get her like, you know, a nice townhome or condo. But he was able to help her. It was Barry with this company. So if you text me, I'll shoot you their information. So, and for those of you who phone call did not return on Friday, I will call you back tomorrow. I cleared my schedule on a whole Monday before a holiday for just returning phone calls. So, do not be surprised when I call you tomorrow. And don't be trying to have me on the phone for 98 minutes either. But, so, those are the things. So make sure it's really important that you guys read. Also, let's talk about the USDA program. All right. So, yes, the USDA program is zero down payment and it is based upon the area in which you are purchasing the home. But there's more that goes into it than just that, right? Again, please go to USDA.gov and read because each area, you're welcome, baby. Each area has income criteria. So I don't know, my eyes are so red. So you want to make sure that you do fall into the criteria in order to qualify for a zero down payment, right? And I don't want you guys, I never, ever, ever, ever teach you to put all of your eggs in one basket. That's why I tell you guys, don't go to the USDA website and apply there. Apply with a mortgage lender, okay? And I'm even more so tell you, if I had a choice in between applying with a mortgage company and applying with a bank or a credit union, even though thou loves Navy Federal Credit Union, I love them. But if I had to do it, I will go with try to find me a mortgage company because they're usually a lot more lenient and they usually participate with more down payment assistance programs. And usually you can get them or talk to them about rolling up your closing costs. Like really, when you are interviewing these companies, before you just go applying to them, call them up, right? So give them a call and be like, okay, I'm thinking about purchasing a home and I'm considering you guys to be my mortgage lender. Do you offer this? Do you offer that? Is this an option? Do you have a product that can service this? Can you have a product that offers that? Because remember, The basic loan types are FHA, USDA, FHA, USDA, VA, and conventional, right? But they have different products that they build on top of these loan types. Yeah, I love me some Navy Federal Credit Union. But you have to keep in mind that this is your money that you're spending. Okay? And we don't mean that we're spending $20, $30 here, people. No. We're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're entering into a relationship that possibly will last longer than our marriages. No shade. But so you have to enter in this with as much knowledge as you can and be as well versed as you possibly can be. Read the reviews. Hell, we read the reviews before we get our hair and our lashes done. Read the reviews. We want to take our cars to any mechanic. We investigate. We get other people's opinion and other people's experiences. Do the same thing with these mortgage lenders. And damn it, do the same thing with a realtor. I said it. I said it. I said it with my outside voice and with my chest. I said it. Tasha, I'm thinking about moving, but I would like to purchase in the city before I move. Any suggestions? If you're going to purchase in the city, then let's try to purchase as a property that we can use as an investment property. I said, okay, let me finish. An investment property like a condo or townhouse, something that you can easily rent out and constantly generate revenue for. And if you are able to, oh, you started reading the book today? Which one? Okay. And if you're able to try to purchase near your central business district or universities, right? Or near with a very populated area, like where there's like where there's my book. Okay. A central business district, a very populated area where there's malls, restaurants, things of that nature. Because if in the event that you don't have a tenant in there and that you could possibly use it to Airbnb, that would be great. Also, consider trying to purchase, like if you're in the area near amusement parks or something like that, someplace that's going to be highly desirable where you will always have a tenant. Or if, like I say, if you're in lieu of a tenant, you decide you want to be if you want an Airbnb, that it will be very advantageous. Like a lot of people always think, okay, well, I want to get an apartment, I want to do an Airbnb near theme parks or near the beach or something like that. It's also good to have it near a central business district, right? The book, you can get the link is in my bio. Oh, it's also on Amazon too. So yeah, it's also on Amazon too. It's called Good Credit, Bad Credit. Just put my name in the Amazon search box. But think about the central business district, right? In the central business district, you have a lot of people who are coming into town that need short-term rentals. Also, here's another part that I've noticed that people are really not keen on when they're doing their Airbnbs. Make sure you advertise to realtors, okay? Because we always have clients that are in the in-between. They're always in the in-between and in-betwixt, right? Don't rule out doing, short-term rentals, right? More than, Amazon, $9.99. Look at you, boo. All right, boo. Good looking out. Don't rule that out, okay? Because I see a lot of people as a realtor, right? And I'm with Keller Williams, and on Keller Williams' page, we're always talking to each other, right? We're always like, hey, anybody got a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom rental? My person might need it for 6 months. Because apartment complexes don't like to do 90-day and 6 months rentals, right? That's about 6 months is about how long it takes to build a house. So who wants to commit to a year lease when they only need to be there for about 6 months? So those are the kind of things that I kind of want you guys to think about when you're deciding that you're going to go ahead and Airbnb. Make sure you're advertising to the right audience, right? Do more than just put it on Airbnb or Verbal or something like that, right? Let people know. Go to Facebook Marketplace. Go ahead and contact your local real estate agency, a brokerage, and let them know that, hey, if you have any clients, or develop a relationship with a realtor, and you say, hey, if you have any clients who are in this kind of situation, then when we see stuff and we see our fellow realtors looking for what you may have to offer, that's cha-ching right there, right? So consider that as well. I know I had no plan on going off on that tangent, and I'm sorry, but I don't know if you guys ever thought about it, because quite often as a realtor, we often see, especially with the houses going so fast, these sellers are like, I cannot pass up making this money. Then they end up with their asses being homeless. It really happens. So I just told you a problem. Somebody go out there and be the solution. Any other questions? Sorry. It was a whole tangent, but I kind of see that a lot. And I don't really see a lot of people coming up with a solution for it. Me, I ain't got the kind of time for it. I'm just saying. Oh, that was a lot for that answer, wasn't it, Bernie? Benny, I'm sorry. You asked for it, Mr. Robinson. You asked for it. Oh, welcome, Lady Lion. Welcome. I'm Latasha McDowell, real estate expert. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my very best to answer them. Everybody say hello. Don't act ugly. Say hello. We know we're family friendly around here. Say hello. And also, I had wanted to talk to you guys, and this will be a conversation on my podcast. You late? Well, I didn't announce that I was coming. Hey, baby. How are you, Samantha? Hey, Bridget. So, everybody, y'all look. They saying hello to you. Oh, you're very welcome. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because, see, I love my family. They're so sweet. They're so sweet. That's why I be out here spilling my guts all the time. Look at them. If we could have a family picture, y'all, we'd be gorgeous. Anywho, I want to talk about this last thing, and then I'm out. For podcast, we're gonna start it. We're gonna start it this week, so I'm gonna make sure I add as a link in the bio. Are you from Houston? Houston, Texas. Y'all got a nice little hot market going over there in Houston, Texas. Texas is experiencing the Great Migration. The Great Migration. So, the last thing I want to talk about is self-care. Okay? Oh, okay, now we done stumbled upon something now. Let me tell you something. I'm from New Orleans, right? And where I'm from, she's gonna tell them bone loss kicking. You ain't lying. Where I'm from, we have a lot of interracial racism, right? The one thing not the one thing, but one of the things that my family did that actually I recently realized that had a major impact on me was that growing up, they always called me pretty black. They always called me pretty black. So, and they still do today. They either call me pretty black or black girl, right? And that was always the thing in my family. So no matter what other people said, what I heard at home always trumped. Always trumped. So that's where my confidence comes from. Because if I listen to other people who like to call me tar baby and other stuff like that, child boo, My family took care of that. They took care of that always since I was little. Lilla. They always reassured me that I was that in the bag of chips. So it never was an issue for me. Never. And I'm forever grateful for them old people in my family. But anywho, but that's that. I digress. So don't tell them I'm in Houston. Y'all funny. So yeah, I mean, where I'm from, it's a very real thing. You're from Atlanta. It's been really hard trying to purchase from here. I'm sure it's a challenge no matter where you are. So make sure, because like right now I have some clients who are from out of state. What I try to do is I try to do a lot of our showings by video. Like we do a lot of FaceTime videos, or if I see something that I know that they like, because actually my client who's from out of town, she's actually a broker, right? So when I know her schedule is just as manic and crazy as mine. So I'll go in and take a video of the property and send it to her. Like there's property that she's looking at right now because she's wanting to purchase an Airbnb here. And I do the same practice. Go during the day, go in the evening, go at night, go on the weekends, get a feel of the neighborhood. And I take videos and explain everything and do tours for her. So maybe you can find your realtor who can go and do those types of things for you to make it easier. Do you think the market was changed? It's been a war trying to purchase the home. I do think the market will change. Can't say when it's going to change. Do I think it's going to crash? No. Do I think it's going to level out? Yes. Well, I try to treat people like I want to be treated, right? So if I was out of town and I was getting ready to purchase a home, hey, welcome to the family. If I was trying to purchase a home, I would want someone to do that for me. So I try to do for other people what I would want done for me. Because it's a big investment, right? And I damn sure don't want to be the realtor like, oh, she ain't catch you, just told me anything, girl, and I got in this house and it was a trap. No. I said, come on in. The door's open. Ask your question. We is all family here. So, Nelson girl, where you from? What you doing? You thinking about purchasing? You want to boost your credit score? Add your rent. Add your utilities. Do that alternative credit. But she keep asking for the addresses. Who keep asking for the addresses? Or maybe I missed the first part of the conversation. I'm going to scroll up. Okay, if you said something before that, Dudley, I missed it. I did go see him, which is in the area I want to purchase. Okay. Anyone in Phoenix that deals with VA benefits? Yes, I do. Her name is Miranda. You purchased my book? Ooh. Life's about to change. What's alternative credit? Oh, okay, wait. A lot of questions popped at one time, so we're going to start with the first one. Alternative credit. Alternative credit is getting credit for the things in which you pay on time. For example, your rent can be added to your credit bill report. If you want to know how, link in my bio. You can also add things like your utility, your cell phone bill, your car insurance, your cable. By doing that, you can go to Experian Boost. What they'll do is they'll take access to your account, look to see what you paid over the last 90 days on the same day, and apply it. The good thing about that is your rent and these other things will appear as long-term loans on your credit bureau report, which is positive pay history. Remember, the thing that makes your credit score grow, is positive payments. So, That's alternative credit. Also, if you're a business owner and you have your utilities or you're paying rent or anything of that nature in your business name, you can also have those items added to your business credit report as well. Okay? When you say level out, can you explain a little? Does that mean prices are becoming realistic? When I say level out, I do mean the prices may go down. I would not expect them to do a dramatic drop, to be honest. But I do expect for the market to catch up with the need, right? Because the reason why it's a seller's market is because we don't have enough houses and we have a lot of buyers. I do expect that to balance out. You're from Indiana and you just sold your house last December. Congratulations. There were so many issues with flooding. Oh, I added my rent. Hold on. I added my rent a few months ago. Does it help to add it again with a different company? No, just once. It's going to show as a duplicate. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. That's because you mess with your utilization, Ella. Your score dropped because you mess with your utilization. So see if you can get it back down low. Hi, Jacqueline Curtis. Or is it Curtis? Curtis? Well, I know I got Jacqueline right. Yeah, that credit, that's a fickle. Yeah. Well, her utilization, she says at 28%. So now just because she went from zero, when I listen to what she's saying she went from 0 to 28%. That's going to be a big impact. No, she hasn't reached 30%. We're not saying that once utilization is 30% or below, anything below it won't affect it. We're not saying that. We're saying, oh, you postponed due to the housing shortage. So I will get you, text me and I'll get you guys Miranda's number. Maybe she can help you out. She's in Phoenix. But she's gone from 0 to 28%. Should leveling out delay purchase? Absolutely not, because notice the interest rate is increasing. So what's better? Is it better to have a $500,000 home with double digit interest, or a $700,000 home with single digit interest? Right? So the latter is the better. So the longer you wait, the more the interest rate's going to go up. And that's what's truly going to affect your payment. Because when you're paying on a home loan, same as you're paying on a car or on a loan, the first thing you're paying is interest before you hit that principal. So, also a tidbit, if you recently purchased a home, and in case your lender or your title company or your realtor did not tell you, if you make about 2 payments a year additional and say that you want to apply to the interest only, that will reduce, and you do it consistently for about 5 or 6 years, that will reduce your loan time by half. Meaning if you start out with a 30-year loan, you reduce it to 15. Payments to principals only, and you have to let the lender know that it's going to the principal only. Otherwise, they'll apply as a regular payment. It won't really benefit you. Excuse me. Who's watching TV in the living room? Because it's playing and there ain't nobody in there. Anybody watching TV in the living room? Yeah, apply to the principal. So when you send a payment in, I'm going to say it again, sorry. If you make 2 additional payments to your principal on your loan, it will cut the time down in half. So like with any loan, whether it's house, car, or any kind of loan, even a personal loan, the first thing you pay towards is interest before you get to the principal. So if you make additional payments to the principal only, that will reduce your time. My family thinks I'm cracking a joke because ain't nobody moving to turn this TV off. But if I take the remote and throw it in the living room, then the TV will go off. These are the days I wish I was single. Mm-hmm. There you go. But that has to be established with the lender. No. Once you sign your mortgage, you just tell them like that I don't care if you're paying, like she was saying, she was told $100 more towards the principal. I don't care if you're paying $5 more towards the principal. It will add up over time. Anybody watching TV in the living room? Because I'm wondering who left the TV on in the living room. I'm hiring for a new husband and a new son. Is it a payoff to have the Section 30-year VA loan 5 years into and stop saving for a few years? It's a better to pay off existing 30-year VA loan 5 years into. That's completely up to you. And it also is going to depend on what your interest rate is. So that's going to, I know. It's going to depend on what your interest rate is. Let me tell you something. If I go in that living room and I turn that TV on, I turn the TV off, ain't nobody sleeping well in this house tonight. So I suggest either the boy or the man off. Or just keep saving your new mortgage due to I only have one story. I mean, you can do that. You can, because you can reuse your VA loan, right? One of the coolest things about the VA loan is not only is it zero down payment, but you have no PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. So if you have the ability to do so, then go right ahead. And then you can make it an investment property. You have to do the modifications to the job loss. So I was told I have to wait 3 years to what? 3 years to wait 3 years to what? To purchase it. Why you gotta wait till 3 years to purchase a game? A lot of people use that income tax towards payment. Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. If you have a good career, should you just buy a house or should you just stay in with your parents? First of all, I'm going to answer your question by saying this. I left home at 17 and ain't looked back. Come on, son, watch Adopt Me. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV but once a week, and it's usually on Sunday night because I like the 9-day series, the franchise. You ready to share the numbers you said one? Husband. Were you watching TV in the living room and left it on? I promise I just want 5 acres. Little modular in the woods or something. Wait for Jesus. Me too, baby. My interest rate is 2.88 years ago, and for 40 years, I want to refi. You want to refi to get it to be what? Your interest rate is 2.2. What you want the refi to be 0? Talk about the PMI. Is that one that expires in half a loan? Yes, that is. The private mortgage insurance, that's exactly what it is. It does not do anything for the buyer. It's strictly for the protection of the lender. Typically, half the life of the loan, or 20% if you put down 20%. Once you pay 20% of the actual mortgage, then it'll go away. 2.2 is really low. I mean, damn. What you want? -1? You want it for 0? I mean, come on. How early should you, before or after 30? You should buy a house when you feel comfortable to do so. There's no age. when you feel comfortable to do so. If you feel like that's a responsibility you want to take on at 18 when you become a legal age, go right ahead. I want to take the money out of my home. I've been here 17 years. You want to take it out and do what? Buy another? You must be buying some more property, huh? And who says you're going to refi and still get that interest rate? So what if you refi and you're at 3.5? Then what? You're welcome, baby. Then what? The broker told you should refi. Why? Hey, Alfred. Love you too, Arthur. For what though? Like, if you're doing it to generate more revenue, then I'm all for it. So, are you going to invest in more property? Are you going to start a business? Like, what are we doing with this cash? Because your payments will go up. So, what are we doing with this cash? So you came on here and tell your sister that you love her? Look here, Arthur. I'm the only sister we loving on this TikTok today, okay? I'm the only sister. We ain't loving no other sisters but me, okay? Y'all need prayer? I got you. What add you to my prayer list? You and your family. I have a home I purchased for $40,000. Equity is not 135. Someone told me I should do a HELOC. A HELOC is a home equity line of credit. You left that TV on?
Yes, why?
Because I was wondering who was watching it.
I was watching.
You was watching it from the other room?
Yes.
You don't know that's a damn lie. So do you need that home equity line of credit?
I know you ain't question me. You still on live.
I would never question you while we were on live. I will add you to the prayer list, yes. Can I whistle? Can you whistle? Can you whistle while you twerk?
I'll tell you what, you twerk and I'll whistle.
Whistle while you twerk. Go ahead, get it started.
Now you know you can't whistle much.
I know that was it.
Yeah.
That was all I got.
Oh, I'm tired.
All right, y'all. So I'm out. I only said I was gonna be on here for a little while. So don't forget the podcast coming. Boom, boom, boom. Don't forget I will be in Arizona on the 8th of January. And I would like to use this to purchase investment property. If you're under that, Miss Susie, do a home equity line of credit, then really?
Do what?
Really, sir? With the whole Barry White voice, really?
Yeah, really. You all in my damn TV. Yeah.
Somebody who want to come rescue me? Who wants to rescue me? Blink twice if I need help. It's your birthday? All right, y'all. If anybody want help. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Oh, I blinked 4 times. Okay, wait. 1, 2. When you're out of town is... Good night, my lovies. Bye, poos. Remember, self-care is good credit.